Hello friends, welcome to Applied Programming Tips, and today we will talk about test driven development using NUnit testing framework and dependency injection by NInject, and these all things will work in Visual Studio 2015. So let me move towards second slide, and here you can see visual demonstration of test driven development. So most of the time we are working in n layer architecture, like data access layer, business layer, and UI layer. So in data access layer, most of the time there may be a repository, there may be a unit of work. Mainly we do access database in the data access layer, and in the business layer we process our business logic by using any processor or anything else. So, and the UI layer, we just display the things after business layer processing. So basically most of the time we work in three layer architecture, that is DL, BL, and UI. So uh, so uh, we are talking about test driven development. So I'm going to demonstrate you guys how to do test driven development by using NUnit. So in this project I will use latest version of NUnit, that is 3.8.1. Basically this is open source testing framework, and for dependency injections I will use NInject latest version, that is 3.3.3. This is also open source. So basically I will create these kind of project in similar way in the Visual Studio later on for demonstration purpose. So you can see here visually how the layer interacting to each others. It means I can directly create unit test cases for data access layer. Also I can create unit test cases at the at the top UI layer and at the business layer level. So I can write unit test cases for all three layers, like DL, BL, and UI. So but I will use some kind of dependency resolver project, so that uh, dependency will be minimum. So let's move to our next slide. So let's move to our next slide, and you can see here this is the basic infrastructure of the project. Basically in this slide you can see there are mainly five projects. uh, One is first project is demo UI layer test, in which I will test UI. I mean, I will write the unit test cases for UI. And second layer you can see here demo.ui.layer. It means it's a UI layer. So in demo.ui.layer.test, I will test the demo UI. So, and here you can see this is a demo business layer, and having some classes, some interfaces, some classes, and demo.data access layer having some data access classes and interface. And here is the dependency resolver. You can say dependency resolver layer. It's also have some modules. Basically these are the NInject module. So in this module I will be injecting classes. I will be injecting classes of data access layer and that business layer. So you can see here each and every classes have their own prototype, I mean interface, so that we can decouple this project. So I have created this project and uploaded in my Git repository. So you can download this project by this URL. So you can see here, just bottom right. So you can download it from here, and here some open source code coverage tool, so that you can also download from this given URL. So let's jump into the Visual Studio so that I can show you how practically it works. So let's jump into the Visual Studio. So here you can see these all 5 project uh, listed here. So first project is, you can see here, demo.ui.layer.test, and second project is demo.ui.layer, and third one is demo.business layer, and fourth one is demo.data access layer, and last one is the dependency resolver. So uh, I will start from the bottom. I mean data access layer. So in data access layer, mainly we write the code for access the database object, right? So somehow I have written some interface here, just a simple interface having one method, that is get message. In this get message method, I will return some kind of a string, and I will try to get in business layer. Let me show you here. You can see here, this is the demo data access layer, demo data access class, implementing the interface having one method. So you can see here, and I just try to mitigate connection string. So basically, if we are dealing with database, then we need connection string. So I will be passing this connection string from UI. So data access layer is the class library project, then it will finally uh, compiled into DLL. So I will be using it in somewhere, either test or UI layer. So in either test or UI layer, I will be passing the connection string in this data access class. So once I get this connection string from UI layer test or UI layer, I can make connection with the database. So just I'm trying to send connection string from these two layer, and if you get connection string, then you can connect database easily from here. So just for demonstration purpose, I accepting the connection string as a constructor parameter of data access class, right? So it is very simple, having one message inside this class. I am implementing one interface, right? So this is data access layer, and this is data demo business layer. So in this layer, what I am doing, the same thing. It is I make it very simple, so that everyone can understand what I'm trying to demonstrate here. So in business layer, maybe you are working on a big or huge project, maybe having 1,000 classes, millions of line of code maybe there. So but for simplicity, just I created only one class and one inter for each layer, so that I can demonstrate you easily. So you can see here in the business layer, maybe you are writing your business logic inside this business class. Maybe you are processing your logic in this layer, right? So you can see here, I have written one message, get message, this interface. Similarly, I am just inheriting that interface here. So and I just I just making the constructor dependency injection by using NInject. So here I'm doing the constructor injection, right? So I will be making you clear in the above layer how we can achieve constructor dependency injection. So just for now, what I'm doing here, I'm just creating the type of iDataAccess class. So I just write here private demo data access layer and name of the variable, and in the constructor of this class I'm just writing again type of variable. This is the constructor variable, and this will be injected by the dependency injector, and here NInject is working as the dependency injector. So you can see here I just assign this dot demo data access class. It means I'm pointing this variable and assigning to this one, and this is, you know, this is the demo data access class. It means this is pointing here, this is pointing here, right? This interface, and this interface is inherited in this demo data access class. So this one directly pointing this class, right? And because I am using interface, then dependency injector will be inject these concrete class inside this interface. So, and you can see here I'm just accessing demo data access class method get message. It means it will be pointing to this this method, right? So this is the basic implementation. So here what I'm doing, I'm just doing constructor injection by NInject, and let's move toward the next above layer. So here is the demo UI layer. Inside, basically this is the console application. So what I'm doing here, you can see here, let me show you here, nothing, it's a simple class library, right? And you can see here I'm just referencing data access layer. I'm just referencing data access layer in the business layer, so that I can access data access layer from business layer, right? So in UI demo UI layer, I just created two classes similar as we created in business layer as well as in data access layer. So you can see here in UI layer I created interface demo UI class, and same just implemented it, right? So in this I'm just creating the constructor injection for the business demo business class. So I just created a type of demo business class, it means this one, and here I'm doing constructor injection, right? And similarly I'm just referring this variable and assigning this variable, and dependency resolver this dependency injector will be injecting the concrete class object into this prototype. So again I'm just using the object of demo business class, and by that object I am calling get message. Now it is pointing this method, right? So this is the implementation of UI layer. You can consider this demo.ui layer like you might be using ASP.NET web application, you might be using ASP.NET MVC application, either you may be using some other UI technology. So you can consider those project as a demo UI layer, either ASP.NET web application, ASP.NET MVC, anything other, right? So So uh, I'm just trying to calling a business layer object from UI layer, right? So let me show you how dependency injector will work. So you can see here, I'm just using NInject module and inheriting that module into demo UI module, right? So you can directly reference these two layer inside demo UI layer, and in and demo UI module you can directly use like this, right? But this will be not good. So because business classes, there may be, it may be possible in business layer multiple classes, huge number of classes, and it is also applicable for data access layer. So it would be not good if I'm mapping those classes inside the UI. So these bindings should be separated in some other layer, so that it can be separated from UI. I'm trying to say business and data access layer binding should not be inside the demo UI layer, right? So the question is how we can do that, right? So in order to that, what you can do, you have to introduce one more layer, dependency resolver, and inside that you can create a demo business module by inheriting NInject module, right? And for data access also you can create another module for demo data access module by injecting NInject module, right? You can see here. So I'm just created two modules here, and I'm using this one, this dependency resolver inside the inside here. You can see here. Basically this is the console application, so that's why here is static void main. So static void main, I'm just creating the kernel of NInject, and inside that I'm just loading the module. So that module will create it inside the dependency resolver. So I just used demo business module, that is here, and another one is a demo data access module, that is here, right? So if you try to run this application, then let's see what happened. Let's make it set at start a project and try to run it, and let's see what happened. See, if you debug it, then first it will create the object of UI, and here you can see it is pointing demo UI class, right? Demo UI class means this one, right? And inside this it will be accepting the object of the demo business class. So see, it will go into the business layer, right? So you can see here it came into the data business class, and you can see here in data business class it will go into the data access layer. So you can see here it will go into the data access layer, and finally you can see here connection string is here. So I just put it any string. You can change it, and you can make it anything, whatever you want. Then you can see here I just deepening it, and finally you can see here I'm getting the result. This is a message from the bottom layer with connection string, this, right? So similar thing I did here. This is the test project for UI layer. So this is the test project for each layer. It means I can test these all layer inside this test project. So question is how I can do that. So you can say here is the environment setup. So this is basically an unit test. So in any unit test there is a feature setup fixture, and in setup fixture you can use this attribute. Basically this is a class, this is the attributes, class level attribute, and this is the method level attribute. If you set this, if you mark attribute setup fixture, and here if you write one time setup attribute, then it will run only once entire the project. It means when this project will run, then only one time it will call, right? So as the name given, run before any test, so it will call first. It means only one. So you can see here what I'm doing here, I'm just creating the object of the kernel class, right? By just you can see here I just inherited demo UI layer inside the test layer and dependency resolver, only two component, two DLL referenced in the test project. See, this is the beauty of this architecture. You don't need to reference demo business and data access layer inside the test layer, right? So this is the beauty of this architecture. So you don't need to care about what is inside the business layer, what is inside the data access layer. You just need to reference the dependency resolver, and dependency resolver will give the object of data access layer and business layer. And you can reference if you want to test the UI layer as well, then you can reference it inside the test project, right? So this is a setup for one time. It means it will execute only once throughout the project. So this is the basic setup, environment setup of test project. And here this is my first demo UI test, right? So let me tell me one more thing about it. I have created a kernel manager. So basically kernel manager is sealed class. It's basically singleton class. So I created this class because this method will run first. So at the time of this method execution, I will just set the kernel inside the this class, and later on I will be getting it back. You can see here I'm just setting here and getting here. So this is a singleton class, so only one instance of this class will be created. So what the purpose of kernel manager? It will store the dependency resolver, object of the dependency resolver. It means it will store the kernel of NInject, and it will set and get the kernel, right? So I am setting kernel here. You can see here setting the kernel here, and in demo UI test I am just getting the kernel here, right? So you can see here in demo class I am just getting the object of this one by using the kernel, right? So you can see here I'm just getting the object of this class, and just I'm trying to execute the method of this class. I'm just trying to access the method of this class, right? So finally you can see here I just created this test, and I will try to assert this one. It means this message should be equal to this. If these two variable is same, then this test one will be passed. So let me run this project, and let's see what happens. Let's try to debug so that I can show you each and everything. Debug all test. you can see here the execution path from test to uh, data access layer. So see, at the time of execution of the test project, setup fixer call, and it will run only once for this only one for this project. So see, it will execute, it will set the kernel inside the kernel manager, right? And setup, you can see here, setup will call for each and every test. Setup will call for each and every test. If this class having two tests, then this setup will call two times, right? It means this setup and tear down both will call for each test, right? Let me show you. So this is in demo business class, and it will go into demo data access class, right? I come back to business, come back to UI, and here you can see this is the message, and it will compare. This is the message. So this stays fast, right? So you can see here it came into the tear down. So tear down call again, you can see here setup again called, and it will go into second test, right? So this is these are the sequence of calling of the method. So you can see both the tests have passed, both the tests have passed, right? So this is all about test driven development in Visual Studio 2015. So thank you so much for watching.